Hello, D&D fans, and welcome to Holy Rollerz Descent into Avernus. This is an all-priest D&D show about the Divine Fellowship, an interfaith alliance dedicated to protecting the world from extraplanar threats. And we're doing that from their home field. So they'll have the home field advantage, but we're coming out in force. We finished our last episode with our double cast. And now, as you can see, we are we've mixed things up a little bit. It's going to be pretty exciting. Let's start with some introductions.
Okay. Well, I guess very good.
Me first? Me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, I'm Scarlet Moth, also known as Moth. I am playing Aelin, who is the cleric warlock of Fauna, the Black Cloak, mistress of all magic and chaos, and also a tiefling. So this will be an interesting family reunion.
Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff. I play Gizik, the half-ogre champion of Sigrund, the mistress of souls, creator of runes, an all-around not too terrible person as long as she gets what she wants.
She's everybody's favorite goddess when she shows up.
I mean, what she wants
it's
might
not
be your
untrue.
soul, but...
Lulu.
Hello everyone, today I'm playing Lavender, a paladin scion who worships the goddess Bahara, who believes in knowledge and light.
And Lulu also plays Sabella.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to be like, also, I play an 8-year-old who steals things from you and worships a thieving god, Morpheus, who is also my favorite. So, thank you.
And she doesn't just worship him, she is a chosen of him. So
that's right.
She's a very, very special child. We don't know what the god was thinking when he chose her.
Probably, you know, like if you were to put all of us together, she's probably the best. Just you know, casually speaking.
That's true.
Thank you. Yes. I mean, obviously Moroccan is a close second, but Sabella number one. So who should you remember most in this game? Just Sabella. That's key point.
Okay.
Ben.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I play Moroccan. He's the cleric monk of Hamina, and Hamina is the goddess of the sun and the lights in the skies.
And Matt.
And I am Matt, also known as Sage of Sorcery Online. I play Sister Faudever, who is a hope maiden of Bestera, the goddess of protection and healing. She has a black belt in self-righteous.
And Matt's going to tell us about our giveaway.
Yes, I am going to tell you there's such giveawayness. So we want to know, do you like clerics and paladins as much as we do? Because if you're a cleric, paladin, druid, or priest, are they a total bad A? Because we want to hear
warlocks.
About it. Yes. And, well, we have cleric warlocks, so you can be multi-class. We want to hear about your multi-class clerics, too. So please enter the Bad A Cleric contest by going to the Holy Rollerz subreddit and replying to the contest thread pinned to the top of the page. The whole cast will vote on the best entry, and the winner on February 17th will be announced. We'll receive these beautiful celestial dice. Take a look at those. Aren't they precious? They are fab. And we'll also receive a lovely hand-carved wooden dice vault. These are absolutely beautiful. You'll get a coupon to JBG Garage Crafts for that. And so I will go ahead and slip that little link to our subreddit into the Twitch chat. And you will also be able to find it on our episode on the video doobly-doo on YouTube.
Great. And I'm Ryan. I get to DM this stream. Matt's the DM of the other stream. In the other stream, I play Lachlan, but Lachlan's going a different direction tonight, so I'm the all-powerful DM. So last time on Holy Rollerz, we the two parties combined defeated the Knight of Hell, a dragon, and a bunch of seer devils. Following that slamming, 4 demigods arrived: Mother Animalia of Vestera, Rebellion, Nombulus, and Saint Delia. They instructed the Hallowed Council to pray for the favor of each of our deities and a special blessing on the people of Horta. And then they gave some instructions. The people of Bestera were to root out the cults of Navariel and Asmodeus within Horta. Part of the council would need to find a way to destroy the solar insidiator, and the other part would need to aid another city, the city of Elturel, and in so doing, would also need to figure out how to break the chains that are pulling Elturel toward the River Styx. The boon, or so to speak, of helping Elturel would be that act of supreme service would be enough to invite our deity's power to suck Horta back into the world and out of hell. So they also let us know that Sabella, who is always there when you don't need her, I'm just teasing, but would need to remain in Horta to prevent the city, to conceal the demigod's presence from Zerial, the ruler in Avernus. And then each of the demigods was like, sorry, gotta go. They each rush to a corner where they are sustaining Horta in hell so that Horta doesn't fall in to plummet to the ground below or into the river Styx. So any questions on where we ended things? Good. Okay. So after this whole little thing, we're kind of looking around a bit confused, and several things happen in a flurry. Lachlan starts looking around. He knows he's got to make a decision to make, but he's not sure, and is ready to solicit some input. Before he can do that, you see some Besteran priests and some of the city folk who didn't flee the scene are trying to figure out who's the boss, who's in charge here. There's another pair of knights on griffins that circle and descend toward the square, and you see a mounted knight entering the square, whom you recognize as Captain Emilio from the Abbey of Ardor. So there.
Uh-oh. Do we have a frozen dungeon master, or is that me?
I'm the DM now.
Full praise.
There are all kinds of fun people. Wait, can you hear me?
You froze right after you said.
I was about to say Fauna and Vahara make up, and they become friends again, and they take over from the rest of the gods, and everyone lives happily ever after.
They create a new deity pantheon, and everyone else is lower level.
The last thing that we heard was that there were Griffin riders who flew in, and Captain Emilio from the Abbey of Ardor.
Okay, yes.
And then Scarlet Moth took over as DM, and everything changed very dramatically.
Well, strike that, reverse it. So a sturdy-looking bearded man wielding a giant mace begins barking orders at the Besterans, and he goes and takes a few steps down the stairs toward the council and says, "We understand our duty in this. We will aid you however we can." And you see kind of them, the knights on the griffins and Captain Emilio nodding, like, we know our role is here. And so they're all kind of looking at each other, and Lachlan says, "So which of us should head to Elturel, and which should go find a way to destroy the solar insidiator?"
All right, does he wait? Because if nobody's speaking, Sister Fadavera, who's probably exhausted and leaning on her sword after the fight, she says, "Clearly I should be the one to lead the expedition to Elturel. The people need us, and the gods have made their will clear. If we free the people of Elturel, they will free our city as well." And then she looks over probably at Thora, and she's like, "We're going to hell. We're going to hell." Like she's so excited to be in hell. Like, isn't it wonderful? We're in hell, and we'll be able to cleave devils left and right, and we're gonna help people.
This wasn't
Lavender's gonna pick up. Oh, sorry. Lavender's gonna pick up one of the snacks from like the rubble from when they had the festival, and is just gonna take a bite, then offer some to I have Aelin, and just be like, "This is gonna be good."
This wasn't the reaction I expected from you, sister. I thought this would be the last place you would want to be.
She says, "Are you kidding? I'm a paladin. This is a dream come true. We're exactly where the gods want us." And she takes Aelin and she grabs her by the shoulders and she fairly bounces up and down.
As a paladin myself, I think you got a different instruction manual.
All right.
We
She
avoid
just
this place.
pats Lavender on the shoulder and she goes, "Oh, don't worry, dear. You'll get into the spirit of things. Let's go to Elturel. Are we going now? Are we going later?"
Perhaps I did not want quite so sudden a family reunion.
Oh, of course. You must have family here.
I don't know who they are, but I'm sure that you'll end up killing them.
She says, "I'm sure if they're on the side of the angels, dear, that won't be an issue."
Was Zariel not an angel once?
Do we know who Zariel is?
Pretty sure we can guess.
We've heard the name. We know that she's the ruler in hell. More about her background, and we know that she has taken Navariel as a consort. But beyond that, our knowledge of Zariel is pretty limited.
With all due respect, Aelin, that's not your... Is there a chance that's your parents? Ruler of hell?
Your guess is as good as mine, dear.
Oh, you
God.
don't know who your parents are?
Well, I know who my mother is, and I know that she abandoned me in a forest, so there's that.
What a
Father
nice
blanches.
place. Very authentic.
Dude, this is very awkward.
Sounds like a nice childhood.
Oh, yes. Oh,
So
someone would understand.
Amid the discussion, Gizik, you feel an ever so slight rhythmic beat in your body, and your bag feels heavier. And the beat is, when you're at a concert and you can feel the bass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. You can't hear anything; you just feel it.
He's got the beat, y'all.
It's like the drums in Jumanji.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Do.
never a good sign. All right.
So Moroccan will speak up. And trying to edge away from Sister Fadaver, just you need me to accompany you, yes?
You speak English, yes.
Lachlan said, "Well, I do think that Vahara, the solar incendiator, it sounds like it's something that relies on light, and so I'm thinking that our two, Moroccan and Lavender, probably would be the most likely to have some expertise in that area as far as going after dealing with the solar incendiator." So Gizik, the thrumming is getting irksome. Like it's almost as if someone's giving you chest compressions. You can feel it so strong.
Yeah, do I feel confident that Vahara would know what to do?
You're pretty confident that Vahara would be able to come up with a strategy or solution for just about it.
Is Gizik reacting?
Yeah, I will.
Is he dancing?
I was waiting for the other conversation to fade for a second. No, he's not dancing. He's kind of freaking out. He just drops his bag on the ground, like, what is that? And then he just starts digging through it to look and see if he can identify the cause of this beating.
He's a sucker mom trying to find our keys.
You drop your bag and you see an all too familiar book. A book that Lavender, when she catches sight of, thinks, "Hey, that was in my bag." It's your mother's spell book.
All right.
It jumped out of Lavender's bag?
Thief.
No,
Wait,
actually,
how did it get there?
Well, a thief did put it there, but it was done by more mundane means.
I did?
So, yeah. Your character stole it from your other character and stuck it in his bag.
To be fair, that's not the first time. I like to call Lavender the shop for Sabella. Well, but Lavender still looks at him and says, "You thief! That was in my bag."
That was in her bag mere moments ago.
Was that what we were going to talk to you about?
Yes, I was going to have a word with you.
All right. Well, I have no idea how I got this book, but I have it now, so I want to start flipping through it and seeing if there's anything useful looking
question.
in there.
Do I know that book belongs to Gizik's mother?
Yeah.
I do. Okay.
Can I try to grab it from him?
Yes.
Don't make me do a dexterity save.
I will grab it from you. Perhaps neither of you should have it since you can't agree on it.
I was protecting it for you. You put it in my bag.
You promised to give it back to me.
Well, you didn't protect it very well, and I'll get back to you later.
It's not my fault you still think it's funny to fill my bag with rocks.
Well,
You already have rocks in your bag.
You didn't appreciate all the bugs I was putting in there, so...
No, it was... You only have to sleep with a scorpion once to know it's not great.
I thought I was putting in some caterpillars, and you would have had some lovely butterflies, but oh no, I see how well I'm appreciated.
The butterflies were lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What does this have to do with us conquering hell?
So they're arguing about butterflies and bags. Meanwhile, Gizik, you touch the book, and you get this sort of pleasant shock going through you. The thrumming stops, and it just is like a soothing. It just feels good, like in your hands. It's not that you don't. There's no sentience to the book, but you get the sense that the book likes being in hell. Like it's just cozy here in hell, and you're like,
there's a little bit of cat hair on it too. Bella.
Maybe I'll end up liking it here too.
So yeah, you start thumbing through that and thinking like it's going to take some study, but it makes you feel pretty confident, I guess, where other people were maybe feeling a sense of this place is not safe, and you're just like, but I've got this book, and I think I'm ready to go fight her. So the conversation continues. You can tell that at least I'm gonna say Enduriel, and Enduriel doesn't always make his bluff check, that he's having some sort of telepathic communication with Lachlan. It's kind of going back and forth, and there's an interruption. Sabella.
Hello. That is what the interruption says.
Sabella has a picture in her hand.
Hello. Picture.
And who are you going to show it to?
Moroccan. She runs she sees Lachlan and holds it up, and then hears him and turns and just runs, pushing Lachlan and Enduriel apart, no care. And it's like, look at my picture.
So if you guys want to pull up the picture is also in our shared drive, so you can see what it looks like. But so Moroccan, the picture that she shows you
is looking like this, which I have on my phone.
Yes.
So
yeah.
hashtag
Isn't that
professional.
beautiful?
Y'all are welcome.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I didn't
drawn by an actual 8-year-old.
All because y'all think I can't draw like an 8-year-old. Excuse me.
I have every confidence that you could draw like an 8-year-old. I totally believe it. No problem.
There would have been more pink if I'd done it, but whatever. Yeah. I don't care. It's fine.
Moroccan, do you look at it? Do you acknowledge it, or are you still involved in the adult conversation?
Oh no, Sibby's there. So now I'm all about Sabella. So yeah, I see the picture. I'm like, that Sabella, that is amazing. If I had a fridge, I would put it up. What is it?
Fridge is a dragon thing. Well, okay, so we're here, and I drew the thing that my friends told me about over here, and you've got to do it. You've got to go.
Okay, Sister Flaudever comes over and puts her arm around Sabella, and she says, "Now, dear, shouldn't." Oh! Okay. She takes her. She's like, I think you'd better run along back to the Abbey of Ardor, sweetheart. It's not safe out here on the streets in hell. And she looks around for someone to take her back.
I not so subtly give Sabella a little fist bump.
Okay.
So why is the toddler here?
I'm 8.
Thank you.
My friends told me they told me all about it, and then they showed me, and then I drew it down because, I knew that you could read it.
Your friends, as in the demigods, perhaps? Those friends? The ones who told us that you needed to stay in the city?
Yeah.
That's right, in a safe place. Let's get her along the way, shall we? She comes along and kind of nudges Sabella carefully.
Preferably tied up and gagged.
No, there's
you do notice Lachlan is talking with Captain Emilio and he's kind of coming over. So
did you get my last drawing, Moroccan?
It was amazing.
Thank you.
Do you want me to carry it with us? I'm not sure what it means.
Yeah, I help myself to your bag and start putting in all my drawings that I've done in your bag.
Moroccan and Sister Fadaver, you guys can each make a perception check. Actually, Aelin, you can make one too. Perception.
Can Lavender make one?
I
rolled a 1. Sister Fadaver is looking at the sky. Isn't it lovely? Isn't this wonderful?
Can Lavender make a perception check?
Are you near? Yeah, you're nearby. So
I was next to Aelin.
Yeah.
Perception.
And apparently I'm pretty excited that Sibby's there, so I only got a 12. So maybe
25.
25. Okay, so Aelin, you can make an Arcana check or a Religion check. Yeah, actually, you can make both. I'll give you different information based on what you roll.
Arcana and Religion. Okay. Arcana check is 19. And Religion is a 20.
Dang,
Okay, so-
on fire.
wow.
So
Only because they were plus 10.
Okay.
But your perception check was so high that even though Moroccan is more interested in the in Sabella herself, you take a closer look at her drawing, and looking at her drawing, you notice that some of these symbols right here are arcane symbols, and you're like, that one looks like part of a teleportation sequence. And then you also, with your religion, you start to think, well, they're very crude, but there's a drop of water, there's a tree, there's things that would be associated with the worshipers in the hallowed council. And so the religious symbols could be just the fanciful imaginations of a little girl. These arcane symbols are too precise to just be random nonsense. You think she's probably drawn a teleportation sigil sequence of Elturel.
Oh, nice.
So it was your friends who told you this? It was definitely them.
Yeah.
And they definitely looked... Did they appear in a flash of rose petals or...
Hey, my friends are real. Come on.
No, this is a serious question, Sabella.
I've never met Morpheus, but he's apparently pretty legit. I guess that's who she's been talking to for a while now.
It was definitely not anyone with, say, red skin or who appeared in the flash of fire.
DM? No.
No, we actually saved her from one of those guys.
So Lachlan walks over with Captain Emilio and says, "Hey, Sabella, it's so good to see you." Will you go with Captain Emilio
No.
and so that he can keep you safe?
No.
If you leave the city, then we all die a fiery death, including you.
How can a dragon die from fire, though?
How would you like to spend
No.
an eternity burning in agony in the hells?
I don't know what that means.
All right, Sister Fondaver looks at Aelin and she goes, Aelin, you can't do it like that. And she kneels down and says, now, Sabella, dear, somehow your presence is masking the 4 demigods who are keeping the city from falling into a fiery damnation of hell. So if you don't stay here and go somewhere safe, we're all going to be bound to eternal servitude and damnation and torture. All right,
As
sweetie?
you're talking to Sabella, she starts like reaching towards your cheeks and just like stretching. It's like, look, your face is getting more like squishy.
I pick her up and throw her over my shoulder.
So, no. Lachlan says, it's okay. Sabella, look, Captain Emilio is just going to take you back to the Abbey of Ardor, where they have all kinds of fun games and food and safe things. I'm sure if you don't want to stay there, you'll find a way to sneak out like you always do. But at least for now, you'll be safe.
Sister
When you say
Fondaver
that,
picks her
I
up.
look-
She's holding her out like this. Is she kicking? What is she doing?
Oh yeah, she's chucking a fit.
Right.
Heck yeah.
So she's holding her out like this, kicking and screaming and squirming. And she shoves her in Captain Emilio's face and she says, you need to keep this little darling safe, and hands her off.
Captain Emilio says, would you like to ride a horse, honey?
Would you like to ride under one?
No, Sabella just turns to Moroccan and she just looks really sad and she pulls out a cookie that she took from the Abbey for him.
Oh.
Oh.
And then she's
I
happy
pick
to
her-
go.
I pick her up and put her on my shoulders.
Yeah. Best character.
And Lachlan says, so apparently, Moroccan, you're going to play the babysitter.
I don't see what the problem is. She hasn't been a problem for me at all.
If you come with us, then we cannot ensure the safety of Horta, and we will all certainly be lost. Moroccan.
You haven't seen what she can do. I'm sure we'll be fine.
That's beside the point, Moroccan. The fact is that if she leaves, then the city will fall.
Aelin is right. What?
Yes, there is a first time for everything, sister.
Aelin is absolutely right. Oh, it feels so strange. Aelin is right. Her presence here is absolutely vital to the safety of this city. If she leaves, then we won't have anything to come back to when we've fulfilled our mission.
You hear that, Sabella? It means that you are the most important member of the council. And if you don't stay here, we all fail. And then
When you say you're the most important member, she's like, I know.
I for one, think you should start a hostile takeover from Lachlan, but that can wait till later.
She gets her little finger out and she looks at Lachlan and she pats like Moroccan on the nose and she's like, you look after my friend, okay? And then she climbs down.
So I pull out one of the green dragon scales from when we fought the dragon in the cave, and I give it to Sabella. Right.
She takes it.
You keep
back
after
to
this for me. We'll be okay.
Okay.
back to the matter at hand, we have to get to Elturel, and some of us have to figure out what makes the most sense in terms of our splitting the party.
Well, I think it's pretty true that that Lavender and I should probably stick together, light with light and all.
Not disagreeing with that.
There's almost an audible eye rolling.
Don't worry, Aelin, we won't leave you behind.
Lachlan does notice that Aelin was pretty intent on examining the drawing. He doesn't know that it's Sabella's drawing, but he comes over to look.
So it seems that the demigods have given information. She's drawn a teleportation circle. Elturel, I
What?
would assume. These aren't just scribbles, sister. These are very precise arcane sigils.
She says, "Are you telling me that child has drawn the runes to a teleportation circle?"
Well, we
Yes,
could try
though
'em out.
not on her own, but rather with help from her friends, I would assume.
Gizik, take a look.
All right, I take a look at that, and I'm trying to determine whether that looks like a legitimate teleportation circle.
They're actually just scribbles. You guys haven't really so much about hardcore.
No, they are crudely drawn, but you're like, no, I can recognize these.
So when you set up a teleportation ritual, can you see through to the other side while that's active?
Well, when you activate the portal, yeah, it's like a door. I mean, you can see through like you could see through a door. Uh-huh.
All right. This looks like it could be a teleportation circle. We could try setting it up and seeing where it goes.
Still there? Would she recognize the word teleportation?
Well, if I recall right, Mother Animalia said Sabella is the key, and I would say I take that as a sign. So, looking at these pictures, Anduriel, Thora, Odelia, and I will go into Avernus and find a way to destroy the Solar Insidiator. Morokhan, Gizik, Aelin, Lavender, and Sister Fadaver, you can go to Elturel and figure out a way to break the chains binding it.
Yes,
So-
but who's going to be leading our group? Because I think it should be probably not Sister Fadaver.
What? I'm the ideal person to lead our party. Because
I think it would probably be best if I took lead on this one, sister.
And why are
I-
you
I
taking the
really-
lead?
don't think so, dear. I mean, you don't know the terrain.
Have
as
you
you
been
do?
here before?
He may not know the
She
terrain.
was born here.
She had that look on her face like, dang it, I backed into that one. Like, I mean, what if your scales throw people off? I mean, I just think people would be more
I think
comfortable.
in hell, of all places, scales aren't going to be people's greatest concern.
Not that I
I think
mind.
I'm actually fine with that.
Not
Alien
that I mind.
should be fine with the heat here too.
Stereotypes. Not that I mind not being leader, but perhaps it would be wisest to listen to those of infernal heritage.
To be fair, you don't know your parents. You might not be infernal heritage. You could just look like you're infernal heritage. If we're talking about genealogy, technically it could have actually skipped a generation. No one's truly. It's all right.
No,
You
from
could be
the
abyssal. You could be
doesn't
abyssal. Yeah, sorry.
all infernal nonetheless.
Well, now
Well,
that does bring up a very important question, Aelin. Is
Oh,
your
for the love of God, sister, she's not evil.
I didn't say she was evil. Look at the
Uh-huh.
way she fought on behalf of the council. I think she's more than proven herself. I
Oh,
wasn't about to
finally.
say that. I was just going to say, is your bloodline going to
It will not impede our progress, since I too would like to not spend the rest of my life in eternal damnation.
I'm sure. Of course, dear.
So Lachlan says, okay, Gizik, you're in charge, and
What?
What now?
Wait, what?
Gizik?
Why are we talking to the 10-year-old again?
oh,
Detained.
that was only momentary,
And a
I
half.
won't be doing that again anytime soon.
Oh,
But in any case,
does
no.
reveal the inner truths of our beings.
All right. No, I'm sure Lachlan was just kidding. And then Sister
No.
Fodiver walks over to Lachlan and towers over him. She's 6 feet tall. I don't know how tall Lachlan is. So she gets up on her
She
tiptoes.
acts like
and
she's towering over him. Yeah.
she pouches over her. She says, now
She
I'm
just
sure
headbutts his chest.
Lachlan is the voice chosen by the gods to lead the Hallowed Council. Therefore, it is his decision which leader, whoever she might be, will take his place in his absence. So who will it be,
Hey,
Lachlan?
Okay,
Marcon, let's just start going because I kind of feel like Sister's on a bit of a roll here.
you need to,
Is this Lavender or Sabella that's talking to me?
Lavender. Sabella
Okay.
is like
Yeah.
on your leg. Like, I'm not going.
Okay, well, we start
Here's-
walking away
so,
then.
no. Lachlan says, okay. Gizik has final say. He's the boss, but he's going to need some direction. And Sister Potiver, you go do your healing thing and make sure that Gizik doesn't get corrupted by hell. And as
So
as
what you're
far as-
saying is, congratulations, welcome to your time bomb, who also doesn't know where he's going.
He's
Oh,
not-
no,
he's
really.
not- he's not gonna
Thank
be a
you for
time
your
bomb.
fantastic leadership. I'm definitely not remembering the time you looked like a 10-year-old on the battlefield.
But keep in mind, he is he is aligned to a goddess of souls. So as far as protecting your souls, I think that if anybody's going to be guiding you through an infernal realm, I think his deity, as yucky
A
as he is,
hag.
is probably yeah.
I would
Probably,
advise that you stop talking right now before you do any more damage to any of the reputations of our dear gods.
Is anybody
We're not
watching us have this bicker fest right now? Or like,
Oh, yeah.
It's just like a set full of commoners staring at the 8-year-old
no.
girl screaming while everyone
There
else
are
is like,
some-
not him.
There are some there are some Besteran priests, and that big burly bearded one is kind of, and you see him like paying a little too much attention to their feet, and they're like they're really worried about. You can see that there's some. This is not normal. Lachlan says, "I know that you guys are gonna get the job done, however it needs to be done, but we're wasting time. If you want, if it comes down to you can't come to a decision, Gizik gets the final vote. How's that? You vote, you make things work. Gizik gets the final vote. Now let's move it. We got a world to save.
Gizik,
And this
do you have the
Besteran-
backbone for this?
The big burly Besteran speaks up. He says, "Well, if you're going to teleport, we have a circle you can use within the halls of protection." And then Lachlan says, "Gizik, do it. We need to use sendings or animal messengers or whatever we can to stay in touch and do it often. Gods be with you." And then it's like, go. So this guy says, "Come,
Yes,
I'll show
yes,
you where the
let's-
circle."
Can I go shopping before Sabella goes?
Where Sabella goes?
Yeah, well, Sabella's not going with the group, is she?
No, Sabella.
That's what I mean.
She
Sabella
can't.
and Captain Emilio are gonna go on their own little daddy-daughter date kind of thing. And,
Cool. I would like his dagger. That's a 12. I can't remember what I add, but I'm presuming it's probably something high to take his dagger.
Well, let's see. I rolled a 19 on the die.
her
So-
thievery skill is much higher than a 9, so
She's
No,
really
19.
good at.
she
So
got
I
it.
get a dagger, and I would like some gold pieces. That's a 14 on the die. So give me his gold. Cough up.
Well, he doesn't walk around with a giant purse, but he's got some spending money.
Okay, she takes off his purse and she goes through it, and then she holds it up like, that is sad. And she gives him some gold. Take 2 gold off.
This is all you got? Is that
Pretty much.
So- The sturdy Besteran starts walking towards the halls of protection. He's like
He's done.
He says I'm Davith, Hope Master of Bestera, and I want you to know that no matter how this all turns out, you're all heroes. So come, let's make sure you all have the help you can get. And he leads you down a hall to a seeming dead end, and you hear he whispers something under his breath and presses a hand to the wall. It flashes briefly, and the wall disappears, revealing a continuing corridor. He passes a couple of doors before opening one. Inside is an armory of sorts. He says, "Take what you need." And you see him grab a shallow golden bowl before moving back to the doorway. And so you guys, we've already done the whole item pick, but so you guys gather some of your magic, your new gear. Morokhan actually picks up an interesting weapon. What form does that take?
So I see this really interesting looking disc. It's a chakram essentially, but it's this really interesting looking disc. It's got a very faint glow to it. It looks like there's like the air around it is rippling, almost like it's hot. But I pick it up and it's fine, like it's not burning or anything. And what was that?
That's the noise it makes.
Okay.
It's a singing instrument.
Like, no, as you pick that up, that the Hope Master says, "Oh, that's an excellent choice. That'll work out well here in hell." That's a double blind weapon there.
Any daggers, swords, something?
Yeah, they have a bunch of mundane things, and then some magic items. The magic items that you have picked since last stream. And if you haven't picked them, I will help you pick before next time. But so
Yes.
he picked. The only thing that the Hope Master picks up is a shallow golden bowl, and he waits for you guys to kind of stiff suit through some things and get outfitted, and then he says, "Come on, the circle is this way."
Is there anything in there that we could use as spell components for rituals?
Oh yeah. But as you go there actually there isn't like a pile of residium or anything, but you do notice some things that you're thinking, oh, that could be used to make a potion, or yeah, it's pretty well stocked. So yeah, you grab a bunch of things. He continues down the corridor to another room. He opens the door, revealing an octagonal stone room, and the walls are etched with holy runes, which your training in religion or arcana is more than sufficient to identify that this room is there's a power here. The room is inlaid with several intersecting circles of different sizes, and the circles are all made of different metals. So you see like a ring of copper inlaid into the stone, a ring of gold, and each of the rings is inlaid with hundreds of tiny holy runes. And even though the halls of protection would be holy ground, it's kind of, we are in hell. We haven't felt the worst of it yet, but this room has been so consecrated and warded that you're like, oh man, if we needed a safe spot to come to, this would be it. But so as far as enacting a ritual, the time and effort and money that has been spent on a room like this means that you're not, if you know the sigil sequence, you pretty much put it in there, say the right words, and you can activate one of these circles to teleport. So as you're looking around thinking, wow, this place is pretty good, you see Hope Master Davith. He moves to the smallest circle and places the golden bowl in it. He says, "There's no time for you to rest, but you need rejuvenation before you go." Because he's very insightful, and he was watching the fatigue in everybody. He says a prayer, and the bowl fills with steaming water. He says, sit and drink from the bowl.
Hot water always makes me feel better.
Hot water?
Is he gonna flavor it at all, or is it just
oh, Vicky,
some chamomile or green?
No tea. Heck, guys, we went through this before.
Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. Okay. Very, very good point. Okay.
Do you have like a lemon wedge or something?
All right. Sister Fonbear runs right over to it, She makes the sign of the shield to the Hope Master, nods her head at him, and then she drinks from it.
Okay. And you, like, as you guys watch her drink, you see, like, her hair straighten. The bags under her eyes kind of go, and they're just gone. It's really kind of, it's subtle, but it's so noticeable. Sister Fadavera, you feel like you have had the most restful night's sleep followed by a hearty breakfast.
You know, I kind of
you're
thought
doing
Sabella
so
was
good.
being mean when she told Sister Favadera she looks older, but I can see it now.
She just lost 10 years.
Okay. She says, oh my, that's lovely. She says, that's lovely. Aelin, come drink from this. Oh, it's not going to hurt her, is it?
No, he's fine.
Is that holy water? Okay, all right. I'm watching out for her.
All right. Fine, pass it here. And she'll take a little sip tentatively.
And a sip is all you need. You feel great. You feel the great. Same thing.
Not burning from the inside out?
No?
Okay.
All right, after she takes a drink, Sister Fadavera goes,
All right.
Wait, did you think this was going to kill
no,
me?
of course not. I trust the Hope Master implicitly. Morocon.
Now that
So I
it's been
take it
proven
this-
safe, yeah. I'll come get some too.
So seeing everyone else do this, Morocon takes up this bowl, and it's probably the size of just like a small saucer compared to everyone else, right? So
Frames it.
so I pick it up, and Morocon's gonna accidentally drink all of it because it's this tiny little dish, right?
So yeah, it refills. You said as soon as you set it back down in the circle, it refills, and he's like, yeah, there's, but you all feel this, and he says, Hope Maiden be with you, and then he pauses because he's looking, and he recognizes you're not all followers, Vestera. Actually, the whole blessed pantheon be with you, but don't worry about Horda. By the time you get back, we'll have Horda double and cultist free.
I trust you will, Hope Master.
Perhaps people will now believe that the High One isn't so great.
I never thought he was, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. We got political questions that will have to be worked out. He says, and I want to also speak for all that the priests of Vestera here, that you may not all follow Vestera, and the way you look may startle or worry some. And he's looking at Gizik and Aelin and Morocon.
Oh, there it is.
We can dispense with the...
He says, but
yes, we know you guys are racist. We understand.
He says, and I hope you will forgive us that, and know that we really do appreciate everything you've done, and have confidence in the Hallowed Council.
We will forgive you that. Well, I will forgive you that when it is no longer on display. Actions speak louder than words, as you can surely understand. If we've proven ourselves to you, then you must prove yourselves to us.
Well said. Let's stop wasting time here. I'm going to go start setting up the teleportation circle.
We have several cities to save.
Sister Fadavera quietly apologizes for their rudeness and assures him that we're all still getting to know each other. It's just going to take some time for them to see the light.
The truth is not always soft and well-spoken, sister, but sometimes it requires a hard edge and must be wielded like a knife.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I have some insights I'd love to share with you. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk on our journeys. I look forward to it, Aelin.
You know, sister, maybe
So-
sometime you should point that blade at yourself.
You know, dear, when you point one finger at me, there's 3 more pointing back at you.
I'm well aware.
So while they're setting up the teleportation circle, I'm
Gizik
gonna
is
pull
like
the-
Gizik is like scrambling, like I gotta get out of here.
He's like, okay.
I'm gonna pull the Hope Master aside for a sec, and I'm gonna hand him.
Dare call me different again.
I'll pull out the vial of holy water that I didn't get to use.
Hmm.
I'll hand it to the Hope Master and just ask him if you wouldn't mind, that little girl that went to the Abbey. Will you please give this to Sabella and tell her to use it only if she is in trouble?
She's gonna murder a demon for
He
sure.
says-
Don't
He
worry.
says, my good man, I will not. You take it, but I will see to it she gets holy water, so that and with your blessing. But I want you to make sure that you have that vial. You may end up needing it more so than us.
I hope you're wrong, but I've got more devil slaying power than I think the rest of this group combined.
Well, I hope for our sake you're right. In the
All
meantime,
right, Sister Fatima looks at Aelin and she goes, that doesn't deserve a smack.
Oh, I am quietly seething.
Not your usual state of being.
so
Come
Gizik,
now.
it normally takes about 10 minutes. You get this stuff whipped up because of the nature of the room in just over a minute. And so there is a flash and a circular doorway opens. Through the other side, it's as if, you know, when you open your car door in the summer and it's like a heat wave just kind of slams you in the face. There is heat that is coming through there, and it's sort of like you cough a little bit. It's yucky. So, welcome to hell. The door's open.
All right, everybody, this door's not going to stay open for long. I guess the conversation's over. Let's go.
All right, I draw my sword before I go through.
I will also, I don't know, have my claws out. I don't know that I can put them away, but I'm ready.
Just walking around like this. I'm scary, guys. I'm scary.
You know, like you go into this sort of velociraptor position.
Walking through the holy walls like
Like he's in the
Okay.
Thriller music video, just like
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah.
So,
All right,
So you
Sister
guys- you
Fatima
guys-
looks at Gizik and she says, by your leave, of course.
Okay, I walk
Yeah.
through, and I leave everybody else to follow me hopefully before the portal closes. So they better hurry.
okay,
I
so
slowly, leisurely take half a step towards the portal.
Lavender, you get one of the points of your ear gets snipped by the door as it closes. Ow!
Honestly, what is with this place? Elves exist too, guys.
If she's going slowly, Sister Fatima pushes her.
Yeah, good
So-
luck. She's way bigger than you.
So you guys step through there, and the contrast is so noticeable. You're walking from a holy sanctum into what looks like, it looks like a scene from Mad Max. Any sign of greenery has shriveled and died. There's lightning flashing up in the air. You hear off in the distance things that sound like explosions or stone cracking or breaking. There's a sense of like you've just felt rejuvenated, but you kind of feel hungry all of a sudden. But like a pit in your stomach forms, like, man, maybe that wasn't quite as filling as I thought. And you're looking around. It's almost as you look at your allies, it's almost as if the the color in their faces has grayed slightly. But just everything looks war torn and ruined. And you can see from the street map, you guys appear right at about F and G 1 and 2.
F and G.
F and G. Mother F and G.
Okay, we're on the street.
EOS.
So you guys are in there. Right next to you is you can tell something has hit there and is like festering in a pool that it looks hot and steamy, but not like natural lava, like maybe some sort of
Like a
beast
turd?
spat something. Well,
It's a giant cow.
Ben, you poet.
a 3x3 square turd splatter. Yes. No, but it looks you would think pool of acid, but there's heat radiating off it. So it's just sort of like, ooh, don't get that on your shoes. But you can see that this place has greatly suffered. You have maybe a second to take this in, and then you hear a woman scream the word run, and you watch as a woman comes running past at the end of that street, and runs from left to right. So here's our little map here. So you guys are up here, right up there.
We're on F and G, right? We're right next to the goo.
Yeah, and right down here, you see someone run, a woman run past there, and she's got like two kids, one on each arm. I mean, like tucked under, kind of, carrying them, not just pulling them. And behind them come these 3 infernal monsters with long snake-like beards, and they're just laughing. They're chasing, but they are doing so almost casually. You can tell they're all the same type of devil. And while you're here, you can roll a religion check, and I'll tell you more. But one is
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
27.
Wait, I get a natural 20, and then for religion, which I believe I'm proficient in, I add a 12, so 32.
Look, they're bearded angels. We're saved.
So, Jeff, did you roll a 1 too?
I also rolled a 1.
Oh wow! So
19.
So you, Gizik and Sister Fadaver are just so awestruck by the horridness of this place that they barely catch sight of those things as they run past, and they're like, "What are 3 bearded old men doing chasing that poor woman?"
Why are they running?
Maybe she's a demon.
Yeah, Moroccan, you easily recognize them as bearded devils, and Aelin and Lavender actually remembers that during her training, she had to write a 10-page paper on bearded devils.
I believe I've written many papers. I'm actually a published academic in this universe.
Yeah, this was one of your areas of study. So I'll tell you what you know about bearded devils because you rolled so high. So they are immune to fear. So if you have a power that is a fear power, they can still take damage from it, but they won't take any effect.
Okay.
They are resistant to poison, fire, and cold.
Oh.
And they all have a beard, and their beard is it whips around kind of snake-like. It's not snakes like Medusa; they're actual snakes, but it moves around by they can will it to move like a tail or an appendage, and it will poison you, and it can stretch out pretty darn far. You also know that
flies pretty darn far, like 50 feet, 60 feet, 20 feet.
No,
50 feet?
like a burst 2.
Oh.
Like if they start whipping that sucker around, they can get something 10 feet away. And then you notice 2 of the 3 have glaives, and that's a common fighting implement for bearded devils is to wield glaives. However, so as these 3 go past, there's a There's a short, squat devil with a glaive. There's a tall, lanky devil with a blade who looks. He's got the overlong, almost troll-like arms, and then there's this big fat one who is. Have you seen like the cartoon version of Kingpin? You know, this like ridiculously huge. That's kind of what he looks like. If you don't know,
So he's
not
shaped
really.
like a brick, and his head is like right here.
Yeah, and he does not have any weapons. But you're looking at the size of his fists, and they are actual like ham-sized fists. So you're thinking
He's a monk. I see.
Well, a monk.
There's
Yeah,
a kingpin.
There's Kingpin. Yeah, picture that with a bearded devil face. So oversized maw, and that's where he is. The tall, lanky one, you do notice that his glaive is also covered in bones. So you take this in as they go loping past this woman.
I
And
tell
it's
Aelin
initiative.
about their immunity to fear. Because I believe she has a fear attack.
She does a good one.
Not anymore. They take
How
everything.
Not in this encounter.
And Aelin's like, I know. I rolled a 27.
I was trying to be okay.
So roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
So where are these guys at?
So you guys are going to see them directly across from you in G and H, 13 and 14. We will put the fat one, B, in G13. His name is Blast. We'll put the tall, lanky one, Thune. He's going to be a step behind him in 13G. And
Wait, that's what the first one was 13G.
Yeah, first one was in 13G.
13G, oh, sorry, and then F. So 13G and F13. And
Okay.
then the short one is, he will be next to the fat one in G14.
And which squares were we in?
You guys are in, so we're going to put Morocon in F2, Sister Fadaver in G2, Gizik in H1, Aelin in G1, and Lavender in F. So as you guys step through the portal, that's kind of the
All
setup
right,
there.
we're gonna have to have that again because not having it in front of me, I need everybody like what I was gonna do is put everybody on initiative since we had technical problems, and then put their position next to them. So can we roll initiative first?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, and then we'll do
Roll it.
positions.
I have
Sister
a
Fadaver got an 18.
I have a 21.
18
Gizik
too.
21. All right.
Dirty 20.
18.
Oh, 3 18s.
Okay. All righty.
Who has the higher dex?
Not
Probably
me.
Probably me.
Aelin? Wait, but you rolled a dirty 20, so you're not.
Right.
No, Aelin and Sister Fadaver both got 18, so I'm putting Aelin
Oh,
first.
so did Lavender.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have a dex of 10.
I've got a dex of 10.
I have the dex of 10.
you dork.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's just go in alphabetical order. Aelin,
Yeah.
Fadaver, Lavender. Yay.
Yes.
Of course, Sister wants to go before Lavender, but that's fine.
Or you can do Aelin, Lavender, Fadaver, and spell Alf.
That sounds
Okay, so-
good to me. Aelin, Lavender, Fadaver.
I
Okay.
was only teasing, but thank you.
No problem. Chivalry
I
is
love
not dead.
getting my
Okay.
own way. It's
All
wonderful.
right. Gizik is on what square?
Gizik is in H1.
H1. Morocon is in what square?
Morocon F2.
F2.
F2. Sister Fadaver is in G2. Where is Lavender?
F1.
F1. And Aelin is
G1.
G1. What initiative did the bad guys get? And don't you dare say 18.
No, they got 26.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 19. Sorry, it's not like they have some stellar bonus, but
Okay, and where are they?
so T, the tall one, is in F13.
Okay,
B, the fat one, is in G13.
G13.
and N, the short one, is in G14.
All right. I got everybody. I'm good. I can help monitor that.
Okay, so they're chasing after them, and one of them catches sight of you, and
Who's you?
the whole you, the yoon, the y'all, all y'all.
All y'all. Use text and pronouns. I'll be able to understand this much better.
So, and y'all are not like simple folk. So they look over and they see this posse of people who look like they're not easy prey. And the fat one says, hey, we ain't gonna kill these weaklings. We how about we come to a little arrangement? You know, fighting is fun and all, but wouldn't you prefer to risk not dying?
Hey, Aelin, I think your cousins are trying to negotiate.
Excuse me.
Okay. Sister Fatima takes her quite literally. It's like, are these her family member? Like, she's not.
Well, hell if I know, sister.
So we can kill them.
I don't know.
Well, if you're not sure we're related to them, I say we cleave them in twain.
Excuse me, sirs. What exactly are you proposing, and what are you here for? And give us one good reason why good Sister Fatima here shouldn't cleave you shoulder to foot.
Well, I tell you, I'll give you 3 good reasons. I got 2 soul coins with your names on them. You can have those. That's the currency of the hells. If you don't know, 2 soul coins. That's a lot. And we'll guarantee you safe passage around these parts.
There's only 2 reasons. I'm not counting the soul coins as 2 separate reasons.
Well, there's also the thing. These here people we're gonna take there. We're not gonna kill them. That's a good reason to not kill us, right?
And what are you planning on doing to them instead?
Well,
there are things worse than death.
They can either live in servitude or die horribly. So we can make sure they don't die and that they're sold at the Wandering Emporium. And they treat their servants well. Gotta protect the investment.
So what you're saying is you're going to kill them indirectly.
They won't die. They won't die for a very long time. They'll die of old age, long time from now.
I don't think they want to die here. I don't think anybody wants to be here until they're old.
Morocon pulls the chakram from off his back and just asks, so what if you die here?
Because
hey, can we sell you to the Emporium and get more of these soul coins than 2?
Okay, so from around the corner, from around the first corner, so look at kind of that first building. You guys are right here. Around this corner comes flying, an imp comes flying, and it flies right past Morocon and Lavender. Okay? Do you want to take
opportunity?
You want to take an attack of opportunity?
Heck yeah, I'm intimidate all the way. Let's do it. I'm gonna smash it with my hammer.
We're in hell, and that's an imp. Yes.
Fuzzy bunny.
I love my dice.
24.
Yep.
Sorry, what's 9 plus 11?
20.
That's a dirty 20.
Thank you. I got there. I'm good. Versus AC.
That's it. What's your damage?
1d10 plus 5.
I don't know what her damage is.
Thanks, darling. 8 plus 5.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
Can I add Stone Fist to a melee basic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's 20 damage then.
Okay, so here's what happens. This imp comes flying past, and as its it's kind of flying a little bit recklessly, much more clumsily than you typically see an imp. And Morocon is like, "Ugh," and just bats this thing because it's a tiny creature. He bats this thing, and it is like he pitches it right into Lavender's hammer, and she goes bam.
Combo move.
Yeah, you brain this thing and smash it down. It lands right in the middle of the four of you there, and you see a glamour disappear off of the imp, and in its place you see a very dead, smashed in skull of a little golden elephant with wings.
What did you do?
Oh my gosh.
Is that worth a lot of soul coins?
Is it a devil? Can we make a check to see if we know what it is?
Yep, a religion check will do that.
Quick, does anyone have anything that can save it?
I got a 32. What is it?
It's a holy font. So it's a celestial elephant creature.
Didn't you
Is
say
it
was
dead?
an imp?
Can I heal it? Can I use healing, like lay on hands on it? Is it?
No, it's dead.
Don't mess with me, bro.
You guys did 33 points of damage. It's dead.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
it's
gosh.
dead, but can we sell it for soul coins?
So
Gizik, if you put your hands on this creature, then I will flay you open.
So you guys, you just bash this thing, and it's not like its trunk is like off its face, and its skull is caved in, and you're looking at it like, oh my gosh, what did we just do? And that
Lavender doesn't miss a beat. She's like, you want to end up like that, buddy? I'm a beat any side.
The short devil starts laughing hysterically, and he's like, Did you see that, Thune? The little elf priest brained the celestial. Hey, little elf, if you're going to be killing celestials, old Zerial would just love to have you use your skills against the demons.
Did you just call me a little elf beast?
And then the fat one says,
I'm
shut
going to hit him.
Shut
My
up,
good
Nogward.
tongue.
Plus 11. I'm going to smash him in the face with my hammer. How dare.
He said, so you're taking some action here?
Yeah, it's go time. The moment she sees a celestial die, Sister Faudever goes berserk and charges.
What, at us?
No!
Who killed it?
Unlike the rest of them, Aylin's going to kneel down next to it and start praying to Vorna.
I don't want Vahara to find out that I killed a celestial.
Oh
But
my
you could
gosh.
still make it right.
Nope. Denied.
But it's dead, right? JT in the chat goes, stop. Hammer time.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm
the
disowning
devils-
JT.
The devils are over there arguing about the fat one's trying to tell the short one to shut up and stop making fun of the elf, while the fat one's trying to work out a deal. In the meantime, Gizik, it would be your turn.
All right then. We're in hell. Might as well kill things.
Well,
We tried it.
Morocon and Lavender did.
Well, I'm also kind of behind a building here, so I'm going to step forward to, say, G5.
Okay.
I'm going to try to bewitch the fat one. I'm sorry, I don't remember any names.
The fat one, yep, glass.
So that would be a 20 versus Will.
He's bewitched.
I'm going to give it the effect of a -1 penalty. Might as well make it to Will.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up a handful of rocks and throw them. So this is 3 stones. And I'll throw all 3 of them. So let's do the tall one first. Ooh, that'll hit. That's like 32.
these against reflex or AC?
This is against reflex.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the tall one with the 32.
Right.
Fat one with the 29. And short one with a 20.
The short one misses. His reflex is a 22, but so he ducks, and the other two take stones to the face.
Okay. Should I roll the damage separately for those?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for the two I hit, they're both dazed until the end of my next turn. So the first one, I think that was the tall one was the first one, right?
Yep.
So that is 13 damage, and fat one is also 13 damage.
Okay. So the fat one is arguing with the small one. The small one ducks in time for the fat one to get smacked with one of those giant stones, and the oblivious tall one, like, it conks him right in the head, and they're both just standing there dazed. And the short one actually starts to laugh at that too. Like, he's quite amused by that he wasn't hit. And now it would be Morocon. Oh, and you did a moving lighter. Never mind.
Yeah,
So
no,
Morocon.
that's everything for me.
All right. Well, I am going to move.
Kill another celestial.
I didn't kill it. Lavender did. I just hit it first.
You
That's all.
knocked it into my hammer. I didn't kill it. It ran into my hammer.
And to be fair, it was an imp before I killed it.
So he sets, she spikes. Either way, I think it was a team effort.
Go team. High five.
Bump, set, spike, dead celestial.
Okay, so I'm going to move my speed just directly straight forward to F8.
Okay.
Which is the one that's in F13? Is that the fat one?
That's the tall one.
That's the
Yep.
tall one? Okay. So
He's dazed, so you have combat advantage.
cool. Well, I'm gonna pull up my new weapon, and I'm gonna fling it at the guy.
Okay. His AC is 22.
Does this target AC? I think it
Green
does.
basic? Yep.
Okay. So that is a 22. Is that what was his AC?
And it's 22. Yep. And you got combat advantage, so.
Okay. So I don't need to roll again though.
Nope.
Okay. And this is a devil, correct?
It is a devil. Yep.
Cool. So my nifty
It's
weapon.
not another celestial. So.
So my nifty, cool little weapon here, it does 1d6 radiant damage, but unless it's against devils, then it's 1d8. And that is... So I rolled a 7. Is there there's extra bonuses to damage, isn't there, for this?
It's a thrown weapon, so it's your strength modifier, right?
You can use strength or dexterity for this one because of
Okay. Okay, so it's 10 damage, 10 radiant damage.
Did you add the plus for the weapon? Is it a +2 weapon?
Yeah, it's a +2 weapon.
So you add your ability modifier and
so
your
it's
the
12.
plus of the weapon.
Okay, so it's 12.
What die did you roll?
It's a 1d8, and I rolled a 7. So
Okay.
So plus my strength, it's 10, and then plus the modifier, it's 12. So we're good. We're on the same page now.
All right. So you fling this thing. It flares with radiant energy, slams into him, and he kind of lets out this high pitched shriek, and then it pulls itself out and flies right back into your hand. And you still have a minor action.
And for my minor, I am going to I'll activate Blades of... No, I don't. Yeah, I'll activate Blades of Holy Fire.
Okay.
So whoever gets one more square closer to me, so sorry I'm a little far away, but when you get one more square closer to me, basically everyone gets an extra 1d6 radiant damage.
Alrighty. All right, Aelin.
She's very angry. She's very, very angry. She's looking at the broken, frail body of this celestial and at her compatriots who were the ones who did this.
It was Morocon.
And Lavender.
It was Lavender.
It was mostly Morocon.
Morocon started it.
And
It was an imp at first, in my defense.
she clutches at her holy symbol beneath her robes and...
Clutching her pearls, y'all.
Fauna, I know this isn't your domain normally, and I beseech you, please hear me. I do not let this creature, pure of heart and light, die. Not here, not now. I will owe you. Waits for a response.
Okay. You see, it's actually very fast in coming. You see the little golden body start to disappear, like almost like it's turning into sand, and
No!
the body turns into sand, and left behind is about a golf ball sized stony looking thing that is but it's gold. It's the same color as the skin of the elephant, and I guess more egg shaped than golf ball shaped, and it just looks like a rock, a pretty rock and a polished rock, but not like a precious gem or anything. And that's what's left.
Orocon's a little busy fighting devils, so he doesn't see any of this.
So as this happens, at first it's quite distressing, but so you see that happen, but what you feel inside is sort of a sense of rightness that Vana has heard your prayer. You're not sure how, you're not sure what it means, but you feel that the weight of this loss lessen.
She's going to clutch at this stone and put it within her robes.
Okay? And as you touch it, you feel a connection to it. The way you've heard described a connection between like a caster and a familiar. It is not a sentient thing, but it is an empathic thing. And for a second, you actually start to see your mind open, but it's just a flash of images, and mostly just golden light, and it's a little overwhelming. And as you put it away, it lessens, but you're like, oh, there's something going on with this rock.
She'll stand up shakily and set her gaze upon these devils now.
Want to use an action point?
Yes. She mutters something under her breath, almost, "Forgive me for what I'm about to do, Fauna, and for your name that I will not call upon," before she screeches and unleashes a hunger of Hadar upon the devils.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh,
28.
very nice.
Kill it.
One more?
Okay. You got to roll it one more time. Back it up.
Or was the
And-
28 the backup?
Or was that the total that you were giving us?
That was the total.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
got to make 2 more attacks because you hit
So-
all 3 of them,
Okay.
and you have to back
Yeah,
up the
you're
20.
attacking all 3 of them, and then you got to back up that. So back up that 28. Let's see. Let's see you back that up.
Big money, big money.
26.
That backs it up.
Now you roll the 1d6 to see if you instant kill one of them. Big money, big money.
A 3.
Not an instant kill, but that's going to be max damage plus your influence bonus, which is usually an extra die 6.
So it creates a zone of darkness until the end of my next turn. Creatures that enter or start their turns in the zone take 2d10 necrotic damage.
Okay,
And you
so we're
add
gonna
2d6 acid damage to that because of your implement.
Sorry, Moth, is that
So the
everyone
max-
in the area? Or just enemies?
it blocks line of sight, so any creature that
creatures.
starts their turn is going to take.
So I don't know
there-
who's next to the devils, but at this point she doesn't care.
Okay.
So would you like me to roll the acid damage now?
Yeah. Yep. Acid damage, and then what's the maximum damage on that?
So will that be 2d6?
Yep.
5 and 3, so 8 plus 5.
13.
8 plus 11 because it would normally be a die 6, so 8 plus 11, so 19 on the one you critted, and then you need to roll 2 attack rolls against the other 2. So I put that on the short one. You okay with that?
Yep.
So the one who was laughing his head off just got critted.
And so I'm rolling
Rolling against the tall one.
2 more attacks.
2 more attacks.
17.
Okay, that one's a miss, and then the fat one,
27.
that's a hit.
That one, the 1d6. 11 total.
11. Nice. Okay. And that's not that. Oh, that's necrotic damage. Yeah. So if you could see through the darkness, you would see the thick hide of these things start to rot and flake off their body. Instead, you just hear what sounds like a bunch of animals suffering.
Oh, are you going to use your Warlock's Curse on one of them?
Yes, I should use my Warlock's Curse. I will do that.
That's an extra 1d8 damage on one of them.
We'll do it on the one that was laughing.
A good call.
Okay.
And that's an 8.
Yow. Okay. Well, he's not laughing now. Yeah, his shrieks of laughter turned to shrieks of pain as he watched like leprosy overtake his body with that necrotic damage and little pieces of him fall on the floor.
How does it feel now? A taste of your
burns
own
fresh.
medicine.
It freezes us. Okay, Lavender.
Lavender.
or should we say Celestial Slayer?
Yeah, Lavender had her hammer ready. And,
Oh, we know.
being having spent so much time with Aelin, I think she's aware of her on the battlefield always. And here's the prayer that she sends to Vona. And it's almost like she's been in sort of like a hell frenzy, and the nature of hell made her forget her grounding, and so she lowers her hammer and appears to go into a prayer of her own, and she says, Vahara, forgive me, but this must be made right. Vana, if you'll listen to one who follows your sister, Please, that debt Aelin took, it belongs to me. I owe you, not her.
Hmm.
I don't know if that counts as an action, but that's what I would like to do.
Okay. So you can say that pretty fast. So it's roughly a move action. You hear her prayer and respond with your own. What action would you like to take?
I'm going to try and act like that I didn't just pray to Vana. I think it was probably said out loud, and will chuck my hammer at whoever's nearest, whatever devil, which is terrible. I rolled a 5.
Well,
11.
they're too far away, so you're probably gonna want to move. You want to move closer instead of throw that?
I'll move closer and then hit him with a 16. 5 + 11.
Well, they're in darkness, so you would be throwing blindly. Yeah. So
Sorry,
I'm gonna put you in G7. That'll be a movement closer, and
I'll move to G7 and just ready in action. If one attacks me, I'll slam him. And I don't make eye contact with anyone in the party.
Sister Fadaver.
Sister Fadaver prays to Vahara, says, Vahara, would you please intercept Lavender's prayer to Vana and intercept Vana's prayer from Aelin and let the blame fall upon Moral. No, that's not no, she's not going to do that. She's they're in darkness and I don't want to run into Aelin's spell. But they're far away too. I want to throw Odelia.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I think the only thing I can do is move and charge.
You can throw Aelin. She's right next to you.
I have no idea what Aelin weighs. I don't think that would work out too well if she's medium-sized.
And also, you probably would not want to incur that wrath.
I don't think that would be... I don't think she would appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to use... the first thing I'm going to use, I think, is Virtue. She grabs her holy symbol and says, sweet protector and provider, shield me with the power of chastity. And she glows in a sparkling silver around her. And it
does her chastity belt glow as well?
Exactly. Well, that's where the glow emanates from first. And then it covers the rest of her. And she's completely protected.
It's a hip thrust movement in the middle of battle.
Okay. And that gives me...
just like a Care Bear beam.
Yeah, it's a Scanlan. So now I have 13 temporary hit points from the power of chastity protecting her. And then she's going to move and charge. Okay. She's going to charge. There's one in F13, G13, and G14, right?
Right.
I have to attack the one in F13. So I will move and charge into F12.
Okay.
And he's I'll hit him with Strike of Hope if I can. Oh no, it has to be a melee basic. Never mind. Okay, melee basic -5. Yes, because I can't see them.
Yes. But that one, so -5, but he is dazed, so you're at a -3.
Okay, so that's only a +9. So I got an 18 versus AC.
Miss.
Okay, swing and a miss. Unfortunately, how much did I miss by?
He's got an AC of 22.
Oh,
so
ew.
4.
I'd have to roll a 4 on Memory of 1,000 Lifetimes. So, no, I'll stay there. It's just Strike of Hope. It's not worth it.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, it is back up the top with evil, but there's actually something I rolled a very low roll. So you guys all need to make an acrobatics check.
Oh, great.
DC 15.
I'm not trained in that, even a little.
Can I use athletics instead of acrobatics, or?
Nope, it's a balance. Sorry.
Nope, I got it.
Oh, okay. I got it.
I rolled it exactly a 15.
Okay.
I have an 11.
That's 2 nat 20s tonight.
18.
Very nice.
Gizik, you didn't get it?
I got an 11.
Okay. So Gizik, the rest of you feel the ground shake like an earthquake, but it's worse than an earthquake. It's as if the earth kind of tilts slightly and then rights itself. And Gizik, you end up falling prone. So Gizik, you are knocked down by this, and because you are next to a building, there's a very small chance that a piece of the building falls off. So yeah, no chance. Some shingling, but nothing that's going to actually cause you any harm. But you see some of the, as you look around the other buildings, you see bits of things falling off, and you hear some crashing. But the rest of you manage to keep your balance. As for the devils, they anticipated, and except for the fat one actually he falls. So the fat one is now in darkness on his tuchus, and right next to a swinging Sister Fada Bear. So Sister Fada Bear, you're right next to him, and you hear a and then kind of a slam as you can tell he's hit the deck.
I forgot I had my minor action, and I forgot what I wanted to do. I wanted just to detect evil with my minor action, just to make sure I don't kill any holy creatures. I mean, I didn't think they were holy. I just want to detect evil with my minor action. Sorry, retcon.
Oh yeah, they're evil. Definitely evil.
She'll shout that out too as she's detecting, like, I'm sure these ones are evil, before she swings, misses, and almost falls over.
So it is their turn, and so the fat one is bewitched, he is dazed, and he is on his bottom. So pretty much he's in a bad way. But from the darkness, he knows that someone just tried to take a swing at him. He just takes some necrotic damage starting his turn in this area, doesn't he?
Yep, 2d10.
2d10. Oh, that's yucky.
Would you like me to roll that?
That's
or...
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2 plus 5. Was there anything else I was adding? No, just 7.
Okay. So there's he's having some problems, but he from inside the darkness, his beard lashes out and starts swinging around. And Sister Fada Bear, you're right there. So
look at that.
A beard, that is a 12 plus 11, so 23 minus 5 is an 18 against reflex.
My reflex is only a 16, so unfortunately that is a hit.
All right, so it is going to do 8 points of damage and ongoing 5 poison damage. So as this thing comes out, it's like getting hit with razor wire. Oh, do you resist poison?
Boy, look at that feat I chose. Bottom of their poison adaptation. So, and I also have temporary hit points, so she absolutely ignores it completely.
Yeah, so it slices through this, and your glow diminishes slightly, and the poison that would get you, you're like, I don't know how, if you're just so blessed, or if you've developed some, been training, but for whatever reason, you can see like a blackish green ichor in the area, and it's just sort of like,
Yeah, I think she's a doctor, so I imagine she's probably built up a resistance to toxins and poisons. She probably takes a little cocktail every day. Not that she'd let anyone know.
Well, that would be the fat one. The tall one, who is also dazed. Let's see. He's going to
take necrotic damage.
Oh yes, he's going to take. They're all going to take necrotic damage. Let's do that. So,
and he'll take it like a champ.
7 plus 9.
Oh wow. And how about the short one? How much is he going to take?
9 plus 10.
Holy moly.
Boy, someone's rolling well tonight. Jeez.
She
Nice.
drops a daily.
And without hesitation.
Not as well as Ben rolled when he killed the Celestial, but well. I mean,
Okay,
We're going
so
to have a talk about that.
It was an imp. You saw it too.
the tall one is dazed, and it does not want to be in this this horrid body melting or body rotting area. So he's going to move. Let's see. He's going to move into square D12. And because he's dazed, that is all he is going to do. So then we have the short one. Okay, the short one, he's not dazed and he's not on his bottom. He is going to, he's got a glaive. It's a little shorter than the tall guys, but he comes dashing out of this darkness. And let's see, he's going to move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he moves into square H16. And as he does, he goes running past Sister Fadaver, Morocon, and Lavender. He's going to make a glaive attack against each of you, and you can make an opportunity attack against him.
But I also had an attack readied if someone ran at me, so.
Who is he running past?
He's running past Morocon,
Okay.
Sister Fadaver, and Lavender.
Into what square?
He's going to
Natural
his team.
20.
end his move in square H6.
Followed up by.
she got a 20.
And this is the tall one?
This is the short one.
The short one, okay.
Nod. Yep.
Natural 20, so I need to roll again.
Back
Yep.
it up. Uh-huh.
Nope, natural 1. So I do not, but it's still
Give
a
it.
20.
That's
Still a hit. Yep.
Plus 11, so 31, which is a 1d10. Plus 5. So 8 plus 5.
13. Okay.
Thank you.
Sister Fadaver.
I got a 22. Is that a hit?
Nope.
Nope.
It normally would be, but he gets a +4 against opportunity attacks. So as he runs
Oh, well.
past, he is dodging and weaving. And Morocon,
He's so talented.
I rolled a
Very
26.
26.
I spike you hit.
His mother must be so proud. He's an amazing runner. He's incredible.
It's just melee basic, right?
Right.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. So he's used to being able to dodge these a little better. But as he runs past the two of you, he's coming out of darkness, so it startles Sister Fadaver. She swings wide, but Morocon and Lavender, you're like gearing up for this, and you just bam, bam, smack as he goes running past. But he is going to make his attacks as he runs past. So Sister Fadaver, he's got a +13. That's a 25 versus AC.
That is a hit.
Okay, against Morocon, that's a 16 plus 13, 29. You get it.
Yeah, just gets me.
And Lavender, 27. So he got hit twice, but he's going to make 3 hits.
The hits, but can I use telekinetic screen?
Well, yes. Yes, you can.
So attack damage is reduced by 10.
Okay, so I'll roll the damage on you, and let's see if it even going to do anything. Yeah, so he's going to do 15 points of damage, so it'll reduce
Take
to just
5.
5.
I
So
bet
as
that
it-
looks really cool too. As he's running by, and all she does is look at him, and he's like, eh.
Just look with the eyes are just like, no.
It's going to
Denied.
scratch you, but it's like, no, he barely might leave a teeny little bruise. As for Morocon, you are going to take 13 points of damage from the glaive. And Sister Fadaver, she's going to take 14.
Ow.
Now, Sister Fadaver, he's also, when he hits, he gets to slide somebody. So he's going to slide you into the hunger of Hadar, and you're going to take 2d10 necrotic. So
roll it up, Moth.
Age 13.
So, did you need me to roll some more necrotic?
Oh, yeah.
Necrotic.
Yeah, just roll it up. Roll that.
Well, that first one's a 10.
Oh, how lovely! It's
And
Christmas.
So that's 14 all up.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
You have some resistance, though, right?
To necrotic? Yes, I do. I have resistance 8.
8. Okay,
So
well, there
I
you
only
go.
take 6.
So as he goes sweeping past, he deflects your hit and then hits you with the glaive and then kicks you in the knees and you stumble into this rot, and you feel it the hunger of Hadar start to tear at your flesh and rot. And as he moves past, he actually knocks Morocon back into E8 and Lavender into F7. So he just kind of jolts you back as he moves past, and now he's standing adjacent to a prone Gizik, and looking pleased with his attacks, but very, very hurt, and kind of scared. Scared is the wrong word. He looks anxious, like he's just really not used to being this damaged, and so that's evil. And so I know we're kind of at the top of initiative. We'll start next time with Gizik, but our time is up. And but I am going to turn it to Jeff. Jeff has our consider this.
Oh, so we're not going to go for half an hour more.
No,
Oh,
we're back to our normal 2-hour
Back to our
stream.
normal 2 hours.
And ending pretty close to on time too.
Yeah.
All right.
We're 2 minutes early. We're so efficient.
Yeah.
We managed to kill a celestial, and
I'm sorry, who managed to kill the celestial?
Was that a we?
Lavender.
I don't think that was a we. I think that was a Ben.
one of us tried to atone. Okay, I may have promised myself
was
to a
Lavender.
foreign god and made
Lavender
a mistake.
did it.
But I'm telling Bahari who said that.
Actually,
There will be
so
more.
Lavender gave it the killing blow, but you did do 20 points of damage. I mean, that's a pretty stellar. Like, I think that the trunk damage is all you.
In my defense, it was an imp when it got to me.
I don't think Sister Fadaver is going to remember that part, but please go ahead, Jeffrey.
All right. So the thought I had today, or that I found today, was the way we talk to our children becomes their inner voice. And it's not just children. I think that the way we talk to anybody we know can easily kind of, we internalize things that we hear, especially as we're young and developing. So we just need to be careful when we're talking to people that we are kind and try to be positive and constructive and not add more criticism to their inner voice. So that was my thought.
Well, that's good. I definitely need to hear it. It's good reminder for me. But I think with little ones in particular, you want to be careful because anything you say can echo in somebody's mind, right? And I don't ever want to be that person who the thing that I says, because I was an English teacher, the thing that I say, I don't ever want the thing that I say.
That's what your kids hear in their minds too. So
yeah,
it's what
exactly.
you says.
The only thing I says is that Ben killed a celestial, so let that echo.
Right. And I've had a couple of decades to develop my own internal voice, few, whatever, to develop my own internal voice. So if somebody else criticizes me, it's easier for me to, deflect that or choose whether to listen to it or not. But when somebody's really young and still developing that, it's even more critical.
I love that. I've been rereading a book called "Hold On to Your Kids," and it reminds me of that same kind of message that sometimes for children and youth. They the words that we say, if we don't have the relationship strong enough in place, then we can actually make kids think that our love for them is contingent on their behavior, that it's conditional. And I think that's the inner voice thing. So yeah, I love it.
I mean, I only have dogs, but I do treat them very nicely. But I think that all just does come back to treating other people with respect and treating other humans with dignity and kindness, even if they should be someone that you don't agree with or someone who you perceive to have wronged you. To treat others the way that you yourself would like to be treated, with kindness, dignity, respect, and ultimately coming from things from a place of understanding.
Yeah.
I think going along with that, it's also important to speak to yourself with that kind of respect and treat yourself like you should be treated.
I think another good thing, we're talking about your words echoing, or your words echoing in someone's head. Your words echo on the internet too. I mean, what you post, the things that you say online, they're there forever, and I want those things to represent me well, just like I want the things I say to my children to represent me well and to echo positively. And I think that's good advice. I'm definitely going to remember it for the next 72 hours, I hope, at least.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. It was a great time, and we should have named this episode "Lavender Kills a Holy One."
No, it's how to lose a god in 10 days.
Well, she did it in one.
Yeah.
You know what? Y'all are going to be regretting this when I'm real in hell. Just saying.
There we go. Okay.
Slippery slope, bro, and I've gone down that path.
And thank you also to add Adosum Rayer 34 NIS, who we saw in chat for the first time tonight. Thanks so much for watching.
Yep. Have a great night. We'll see you a week from Wednesday. So join us for the other half of the Hallowed Council. Not 2 days from now, but 9 days from now.
Yes, on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Rock on. Good night.
February 12th. Yeah, on the 12th.
See you guys.
Good night.